Alright, greetings everybody and welcome to another video with me, Umbra, with my glasses on today in the bright light. And having done some of the stuff I need to do this week, we can talk about JP News. That's right, it is JP News night, and you know what? This year needs to calm the down because the big, there's just so many games coming out, like Armored Core 6 I've had no time with, Starfield is coming out right away, Mortal Kombat 1, Sea of Stars. Oh my goodness, there's so much that I just can't even keep up. And you know what, I might just have to quit my job just so I can play these games. And for whatever reason, these glasses are kind of bent. Alright, so anyway, today we're going to be talking about the JP News, and of course, the big news is Final Fantasy VIII. It is Irving's week. So we are going to take a look at a few extra details. First off, hey, look, Irving's new gun. Cool. I don't really know what else to say here. I mean, it's probably a gun. It probably can shoot things. That's pretty cool, right? All right, so let's scroll down here. And if we check out right here, here we go. So Irving. We are getting some extra details on him. First off, I mean, we can see the skills that we've essentially already seen. We know that he is going to enable gun users at a large distance and probably power up just range units in general. I have a feeling that Irving, also just being a dark unit, is going to be a very powerful unit. Also, his master ability, we know that his own attack is up by 10% and his AP consumption is down by 15, will probably help him be an effective damage. We also have VC news here, which is interesting. So, I have something else on here, but I have to do these translations quick. So, acquired AP up and critical rate up. For maxing out the job VC, you do get attack up. Now, it is on a job-based VC for spears, bows, guns, and daggers. So I have to say, just flat out, this is the gun and ranged VC for basically all eternity. And yeah, you can also throw this on with like specifically dark elemental characters. I can think of a few there that would like this. I can think of Ice that would like this. I can think of any class with guns that would end up liking this VC. It's just critical rate, attack, and acquired AP. It's the most offensive offense card that ever offensed. But granted effect is also shooting resistance, penetration rate up, as well as single attack resistance. So if you have ever been a ranged person, this VC is all 10 thumbs up. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a great week for range units. So cool. Final Fantasy VIII is probably going to hit even more of its stride. Squall, maybe a little bit, not quite there yet. We'll see how that turns out in the end. But Irving and his VC are looking to be absolutely fantastic synergy. Cool. So wait a minute. What's this? This is something different. What the hell is this? An FFBE unit? Soru. I knew a Soru a long time ago. I remembered such a unit. And yeah, sure enough. Say hello to Sol, one of the major characters from Brave Exvius. The original, the game that preceded this, is now coming to JP and in short fashion to global as well. And Sol is a fire elemental mage character. So obviously there's a lot of stuff to talk about here because, I mean, it's the beginning of the month. I was kind of expecting us to see a 100 cost unit, and this wasn't announced on the live stream. So this is just a surprise, to say the least. And Sol, already taking a look at his master ability, single attack resistance and reaction penetration rate. We'll come back and talk about his jobs in a second, because I want to talk about his abilities first. Also because his abilities excuse me, are pretty interesting. Starting off with this massive thing of a limit burst. So first off, Limit Burst, non-elemental magic damage large. After releasing Shell and Guts for targets within range, poisonous status effect that gradually reduces target's HP. If poison is in effect, give the following: attack, healing, and fire resistance down. Well, it seems to be a combination of like attack down, healing power down, and fire resistance. And this is not a big AoE limit burst. So this limit burst could be absolutely massively terrifying to go up against. But Soul is also going to be the proud owner of Ferris's gimmick slash abilities. So first off, as we can see here, 2 consecutive magic damages, medium, up to 2 targets. Reduces AP, continuing use 2 activates Chaos Heal, which is a single target heal, as you can see right here. And it doesn't have to be on Soul, it can be on a bunch of different units. And the last ability that we are looking at is Raise strike attack resistance for allies within range for 3 turns, raises effect for fire type units, protect to reduce physical damage, creates a barrier that blocks physical damage as well. So, alright, let's talk about this unit for a second here. This looks to be an absolute dynamite 100 cost unit. Now, since it's an FFE unit, it is going to be a permanent addition to the pool, so you don't have to worry about it being time limited. Definitely looks cool. Like the artwork for Soul. It actually looks really great in the WOTV style artwork. What else is there to say? This is a Fire 100 cost, and Fire is quickly becoming just the FFBE element at this point. Don't know what else to really say about that, but like, you take a look at this unit, and there's a lot working for it. The Limit Burst being massively damaged with a status effect on it, that's kind of nasty to deal with. Just reducing HP constantly every turn means that you're getting a lot of damage potential off of this. The fact that it's AoE means that it's probably pretty easy to catch multiple units in this. And even if you're not dealing a ton of damage, you are effectively going to be getting certain things potentially, and with sheer certainty. I mean, the fact that you can remove, what did I say again? I've only seen this guy for like the literal last 10 minutes before recording this. Shell and Guts, or Immortal Spirit, just removed off of enemy opponents is probably good enough to just stand on its own. But then you're getting like this poison status effect, which is then potentially driving down physical attack, driving down healing power, and it's driving down fire resistance, which effectively makes not only Soul's other abilities, but other units in the fire elements abilities probably a pretty good team up, to say the least, since this limit burst is very powerful. And usually mages have pretty good access to AP from the start of battle, which means this is probably going to be readily castable. Now, he does have Scholar and Rune Knight, 2 jobs that I think are generally net positives here, potentially for magic power up and some actual self-healing, as well as Scholar just being, you know, a little bit more defensive. This character's already looking pretty defensive on it, just from what we've heard. And then you add in like the Scholar class and combine it with the, you know, this job down here, which absolutely strike resistance is 100% to do with Bridal Alaya. But then you look at like also giving protect and also giving like a barrier to himself is a very powerful combination of stuff to basically ensure that, you know, magic is going to be this guy's main weakness. Now, the one thing I'm going to say that I'm not a super big fan of is the healing ability here. It's not as good as Ferris's, just because Ferris's also generates AP, it does it AoE, it can usually get multiple units, and it is a single target. And Soul, while I'm sure you will have high attack power, doesn't necessarily strike me with the most confidence that he will have a ton of healing. So it's a little bit of a bonus, but and it's flexible as well. But how the AI will handle this secondary heal is yet to be seen. I do just like the select the 2 units off of this wide range with multiple hitter in there. It potentially works for chaining. It allows you to get single target, only deal with single target resistance, while also dealing damage and driving up the chain on multiple targets, which potentially, again, multiple units can go after it. But you look at the upgrades with UR Mont, and this is potentially an incredibly exciting time for Fire. I mean, really, like some people will probably say, well, Rain plus Soul, which I think is definitely worth looking at. But I think, you know, if you have invested in Fire Magic with either Kefka or potentially the other unit I'm thinking of, Roy, there could be just a really good Fire Magic team hidden behind one of the Fire Elemental tanks. And yeah, Soul looks pretty good. There's a lot going for this unit already. Taking a look here, we can also see that... wait, where did it go? Ah, there it is. Soul will also be getting a brand new weapon, which will probably be very much akin to what his kit is doing. So yeah, tough to say which will be like preemptively strong. You're looking at 2 characters in 2 different elements. Dark is just generally incredibly reliable, and this VC is already looking to be max awesome. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to say that I think Irving here will be a fairly solid bet for anybody who wants to go down the pew pew range. For people who are looking for something with Fire, this is a different direction from everything that Fire has been wanting to do lately, which is Fire Evasion, which is pushing a lot of just Fire Evasion stuff, and I don't feel that that's super great anymore because a lot of units just feel pretty good into that matchup. So again, where would we be looking? I guess we're looking to a new direction for the Fire element, but again, swerving back to more magic. I wouldn't be the last thing I kind of want to say here is that I don't think that Soul will... He's just way too big of a unit to probably be underwhelming. I mean, preemptively, we can just, you know, take a look at his kit when he's out on September 1st. But I have a feeling that this one is going to be more of a staple for the Fire element for a while to come, because he's already just, yeah, looking very, very powerful. There will also be training bonus stuff for him. We're getting a Fire Elemental map, so hey, Water Elemental teams, maybe there's a little more longevity as well. But between Soul and Irving, Fire and Darkness, it's going to be interesting. And if Soul is coming, it does make me wonder if the second banner in the month of September will be another 90 cost Esper VC combo, this time into the Fire element. I'm just thinking off of the top of my head, but looking at Fire Espers, Chaos Brachiosaur, Chaos Phoenix. Chaos Phoenix feels incredibly weird because it just absolutely does not fit the theme of the Phoenix, in my opinion. But Gumi going to Gumi, and you gotta fleece people out of as much reason. So yeah, Fire Elemental users, congratulations. You guys look to have a brand new exciting unit. And of course, as of September 1st, we will be covering that unit. We will take a look at him, the friend unit, and everything else. And we'll also take a look at Irving. So hope you guys are excited for that. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.